I had the Akai MPC One Plus a couple of weeks ago. I didn't really vibe with the workflow. I thought it was a little bit too much menu diving. And also, whenever I was sitting in the couch using the MPC One Plus, like this woman here, I felt like I was using a touchscreen, like an iPad with a controller inside of this box. So that made me think about my iPad here. I've been using an app called BeatMaker. This video is not a sponsored video. I'm just sharing my thoughts here. And I've been really enjoying using the BeatMaker 3 because it's quite a capable app. You got your arranger and your sampler section here where you can record stuff. So it's really a nice workflow. It's a lot less menu diving compared to the Akai operating system. So when I returned my Akai MPC One and started using my iPad here, I thought to myself, okay, how can I make this a little bit more like the Akai with the physical controls? So that is why I got this simple pad controller. And by connecting this controller to the iPad via Bluetooth, I can get something similar, where you have these physical controls and the power of the app inside of the iPad. And also I get 8 encoders here that I can map to whatever macro functions I want inside of the BeatMaker 3 here. The iPad doesn't have a headphone output. This is the iPad Pro. So by just connecting a simple audio interface from Zoom, like this one, I can get audio output to my headphones through that interface. However, there's one cool thing about this interface, and that is you have a loop back button here, which means that everything that goes out to the interface, you are able to record that output directly back into the iPad. So for example, if I play maybe some music from my music library, if I play a song here, that will go straight to the interface and then back into BeatMaker 3, so I can sample all kinds of audio going out from the iPad. So just by adding this little interface, you can get a lot more functionality out of the BeatMaker 3. To make this entire package here a little bit more of a unit, I printed this simple bracket with a slot so I can put my pad controller in here like this, and then just get my iPad inside of that slot. So now I can bring this entire setup to the couch and just go to town with sampling and audio mangling and getting a groove down and have a lot of fun. And when you think about it, if you use an iPad like this with a controller, you get a lot of functions. You get a huge screen here. You get a battery power. You also get an audio output. You get speakers inside of your iPad that you can use to create music. Also, if you think this iPad is too huge, you could always get yourself an iPad mini like this one to make a little bit of a smaller form factor. And when you're using iPad, you also have access to all of these plugins. You have audio units that you can drop into your tracks here. You have the internal ones, but also access to audio units version 3. And here I have a couple of cool plugins. And also you can add other, synths or drums or samplers inside of BeatMaker 3. By going here and pressing plugin, you can add, for example, I have a synth here. I just wanted to share this. And if you got any questions, let me know in the comment section.